Hello and good morning. Welcome to LRRMTG here at a special time in a special place for special people. uh, Hi, everybody. Graham here. And it's early access on Arena for Edge of Eternities. And I'm going to be playing some of that for the next couple hours. Thanks to Wizards for the invitation. They implore us to tell you that this is a free, um, this is a free event. Like, we don't pay to access it. They also don't pay us to do it. No money is changing hands to make all this happen today. But what we do have is my Arena not updating in my OBS. Uh-oh. Hold up. That's not seeing what I'm seeing. Well, glad I went online a couple minutes early. There we go. Weird. All right. Up here in my tokens, you'll see I have something. So this is my own account. So normally we play these on... they're doing it differently this time. Normally we have like what's called a VIP account, which is absolutely loaded with gems and gold and all that stuff. And we have to download a separate client and log out of our normal client and log into this new one. It's a different one every time, and then there's all this overhead and everything. What we have this time, let me just hide my face for a second, is this is a queue in normal Arena, but you can only enter it if you have a totally normal event token. And luckily for all of you, I do. So I guess we'll do that. Great. It worked. Okay. Let's play some Edge of Eternities. Oh boy. Two different bonus sheet lands. We got a Lava Claw Reaches and a Echoing Deeps. What is this one? Copy of any land in a graveyard, but it's also a cave. That's kind of neat. Okay, what do we have? Rares. Oh. No. Teams. Usually I never want to hear from teams anyway, but certainly not right now. Begone, teams. Oh, hello, Ian. Ian Adams from the Arena team says, we're moving to a paradigm where the code comes down a week early, but the content isn't available until a week later, which lets us get things stable before you play the new cards. Oh, well, there we go. We got a Godless Shrine, too. So we got 3 lands. Sunset Saboteur. We saw Adam with 2 of these at the PPR. It's a 4/1 Menace ward for 2, but whenever it attacks, you have to pump an opponent's creature. So it's interesting. 0-point Ballad. Destroy all creatures with toughness X or less. You lose X life. If X is 6 or more, you get a creature back. So that's pretty good. Pain for all. When this aura enters, enchanted creature deals damage equal to its power to any other target. And then whenever enchanted creature is dealt damage, it deals that much damage to each opponent. Whoa, what? So it's a bite that then turns the creature into a stuffy doll? That's wild. Okay. Neat. Moonlit Meditation. Enchant creature or artifact you control. The first time you create one or more tokens each turn, you may instead create that many tokens that are copies of enchanted permanent. Hey, wait, that's messed up. Biotech Specialist, 1/3 for 2. When this enters, make a lander. Whenever you sack an artifact, deals 2 damage to each opponent. I like that. And Diadrine, Synthesis Amalgam. X, green, white for an 0/1 with trample. It enters with a number of +1/+1 counters equal to the amount of mana spent to cast it. Okay. Whenever you attack, you may remove a counter from each of 2 creatures you control. If you do, draw a card and make a robot. Interesting. Interesting. No, this doesn't work if I sit down like this. Hang on. There's a way that this works. Just a second. I don't have Paul's fancy crop tools at home. There. Now I can sit comfortably. Okay, well, I don't actually know what direction to go just from the rares there, so I guess we'll find out. We'll do it like this. Hopefully everyone can read that. I want someone to explain to me how Moonlit Meditation is incredibly broken in Legacy, and then someone else to explain that 3 costs too much, and so no, it really isn't. Yeah, no kidding. Well, not a lot of white. We do have Banishing Light, but we've got, let me see, Squire's Lightblade. When it enters, hold up. There we go. What's up, EK? Okay, Squire's Lightblade. When it enters, attach it to a creature. That creature gains first strike until end of turn. It's got flash. Quick equipped creature gets +1/+0. Sure. Starport Security. 4 mana, tap a creature. It costs 2 less to activate if you control a creature with a +1/+1 counter on it. All right. So green-white is the cares about counters. Banishing Light, we know. Emergency Eject. Destroy a permanent. Its controller creates a lander. Sure. Exosuit Savior. I had this in my PPR deck. 2/2 with flying for 3. And you can bounce one of your things. Flight Deck Coordinator. At the beginning of your end step, if you control 2 or more tapped creatures, you gain 2 life. And I got 2 of those. Night Luminary. 3/2 for 4. When it enters, make a soldier. And you can warp it. Starfield Shepherd. 3/2. When it enters, search your library for basic planes or a creature with mana value 1 or less. Reveal it, put it in your hand, and shuffle. And you can warp that as well. So yeah, not a lot of white. So, I mean, there's a couple of cards in here I'd like to play, but that's not enough. Atomic Microsizer. 1 mana artifact. Equipment. A creature gets +1/+0. Whenever it attacks, choose up to 1 target creature. That creature can't be blocked this turn and has a base power and toughness of 1/1 until end of turn. And it can be the creature that is equipped. Okay. So if you have something that cares about dealing combat damage to an opponent, you can equip the Microsizer to it and then hit for 2, because it'll be base power 1 and then +1 from the equipment, and then get your combat damage trigger, I guess. Interesting. Ilvoy Gale Blade. It's a flying min, but you can sack it for a card. Slightly more blue than there was white. Cryogen Relic. What did we come down on this? Was this is technically a nut? I say technically. As opposed to an egg. When it enters or leaves, draw a card. Yay. Desculpting Blast. Cool art. Instant, return a non-land permanent to its owner's hand. If it was attacking, you make a drone. Neat. 2 Ilvoy Light Jammers. 2 mana equipment. Flash. When it enters, attach it. That creature gains hexproof until end of turn. Equipped creature gets +1/+2. Love a hexproof trick that sticks around. 2 of those. Ilvoy Operative. 2/1 for 2. When you cast your second spell, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. Okay. Cloud Sculpt Technician. 1/4 for 3. Flying as long as you control an artifact, it gets +1/+0. Sure. Moonlit Meditation we talked about. Mouth of the Storm. Big control finisher. I feel like there's still some good stuff in blue, but again, not enough of it. How much black? We have a lot more black, a lot more red, and a lot more green. And this dog. And what is this? Pinnacle Kill Ship. When it enters, it deals 10 damage to something. Get in. Let's look at the color list while we're here. Virulent Silencer. Whenever a non-token artifact creature deals damage to a player, that player gets 2 poison counters. We could put that thing. We could put the microsizer on the dog. We got some nutrient blocks. We got a wormwall sweeper. I'll just throw these in there for now. Yeah, red-black seems pretty good here. So let's take a look at it. Embrace Oblivion. Sack a creature or artifact, destroy a creature or spacecraft. Great. The Monoist. The Monoist Sentry. This card seems really good. It's a 4/1 for 1. It's a defender, sure, but yeah. Dark Endurance. 1 less to cast if it targets a blocking creature. The creature gets +2/+0 indestructible till end of turn. So you could just go, I'm blocking 1 mana, and then it's, yeah. Saboteur gets in. Comet Crawler. I know this from one from the PPR as well. It's a 2/3 with lifelink for 3, and then you can sack stuff to make it bigger, but 2/3 lifelink for 3 seems great. Gravpack Monoist. It's a 2/1 flyer for 3. When it dies, you make a robot. Scrounge for Eternity. As an additional cost, sack an artifact or creature, return target creature or spacecraft with mana value 5 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield, and make a lander? Oh. That seems pretty good. Blade of the Swarm. Saw this at the PPR as well. 3/1 for 4. When it enters, it's either a 5/1 or you exile. Put target card exiled with warp on the bottom of its owner's library. So if they warped something and they're going to cast it for full value later, you just go, no, that goes on the bottom of your deck. An interesting one. I'll throw it in there for now. 2 copies of Gravkill, which is just exile a creature or spacecraft. Yes. Grav Blade Heavy, 3/4. As long as you control an artifact, it gets +1/+0 Death Touch. Yeah, not the most exciting. Susurian Dirgecraft. 5 mana. When it enters, each opponent sacrifices a non-token creature of their choice. Ooh. Interesting. So you can only station as a sorcery, so you can't station in response and then sack a creature that you're putting charge counters on this with, but you also don't sack it. If you don't have any creatures and you play this, then they have to sacrifice something and you're okay. Interesting. Edge case, it does not have to be an exiled with warp, just an exiled card that has warp. Is that how that works? So you could, if you had a card exiled, like exiled, but it has warp, you could put it on the bottom of your library? Huh. Interesting. Oh, this only makes the opponent sacrifice anyway. Right, I can read. Each opponent sacrifices. Okay, well, great, get in. All that talking, useless. Streamer like to talk. Streamer not read card all the way. Void Forge Titan, 5/4 for 5. Void. At the beginning of your end step, if a non-land permanent left the battlefield this turn, or if a spell was warped, you draw a card and lose 1 life. Great. That's, Void is symmetrical, by the way, or the check is symmetrical, to be clear. Hey, James. It's just if a non... Like, I know that people, including us, had compared it to Revolt from Ether Revolt, but it's much more like Morbid, because it's like if a non-land permanent left the battlefield, or if a spell was warped. Doesn't matter if you did it or not. Your opponent can do it too. So, welcome, Raiders. It's the edge of Eternities. That's where I'm at. I'm living on the edge of building this sealed pool, which is looking pretty cool so far. Welcome, chunk punchers. Okay, in red. So we saw Pain for All, the enchantment that bites, that makes a creature bite and then turns it into a stuffy doll, and that seems great. So that gets in, and then we'll go back to the other red cards. Slag Drill Scrapper, sack another artifact or land, draw a card. Sure, not super exciting. Ore Plate Pangolin. Whenever another artifact you control enters, you can pay 1 if you do put a counter on this creature. I think we might end up with enough artifacts to make that work. Rig for War. Creature gets +3/+0 and first strike and reach until end of turn. Actual surprise reach. Could be good. Zookeeper Mechan. 1/3 for 2. Taps for red. And then for 7 mana, activate only as a sorcery. You can pump a creature. But, I mean, it's a mana accelerant, so get in. Caveron Turbo Drone. 2/3 for 3. Target creature gains +1/+1 and haste until end of turn. Yeah, it's fine. Lithobreaking. Make a lander. Then you can sack an artifact. And if you do sack an artifact, this deals 2 damage to each creature. Pyroclasm. Ruinous Rampage. Deals 3 damage to each opponent or exile all artifacts with mana value 3 or less. Sure. Cav Land Seeker. When this enters, make a lander. At the beginning of the end step on your turn, sacrifice that token. So if you can't crack it for itself, you just, or use it for something else, then you have to get rid of it. Interesting. I'll do one of those, yeah. Memorial Team Leader, 4/3 for 4. During your turn, other creatures you control get +1/+0 and warp for 2. Yes, that's good stuff. Red Tiger Mechan, 3/3 haste for 4. Warp 1 or warp for 2. Yeah, sure. Debris Field Crusher. 1/5. When it enters, it just lightning bolts. And then it turns into a 1/5 flyer with expensive fire breathing. Sure. And the Territorial Bruntar is a 6/6 for 6 with reach and landfall. Whenever a land you control enters, exile cards from the top of your library until you exile a non-land card. You may cast that card this turn. Whoa, that seems really good. And there was one more red card back here I didn't read. Caveron Harrier, 2/1 artifact, robot soldier. When it attacks, you may pay 2. If you do, make a 2/2 robot token that's tapped and attacking. Sacrifice it at the end of combat. Oh. Okay. Great. And we should look at green. Because we looked at everything else. Melt Strider's Gear. When this equipment enters, attach it. Equipped creature gets +2/+1 and has reach. Yeah, that's fine. What are we looking at here? Can't quite tell. Melt Strider's Resolve. 1 mana aura. When it enters, enchanted creature fights a creature, and the enchanted creature gets +2/+0 and can't be blocked by more than 1 creature. Okay. Sammy's Curiosity. Gain 2 life, make a lander. Heck yeah. Blooming Stinger. 2/2 Death Touch for 2. Love that. When it enters, another creature gains Death Touch until end of turn. Sure thing. Plant Scorpion. That is great. That creature looks terrifying and amazing. Intrepid Tenderfoot. 2/2 for 2. Insect Citizen. 3 mana. Just make it bigger. Put a counter on it for 3 mana. Boop, 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 boop. You misread the 5-drop that makes a lander. Five-drop that makes a lander. This one? 4-drop? Beginning of the end step on your next turn. Oh, so it stays around for a while. Well, we'll just put the other one in. Beep. There. Galactic Wayfarer. 3/3 for 3. When it enters, make a lander. I love that. Big Centaur Courser enjoyers over here. Shattered Wings. Destroy an artifact or enchantment or a creature with flying. Surveil 1. Yay. Sky Stinger, 3/3 for 3 with reach. And whenever it blocks a creature with flying, this creature gets +5/+0 until end of turn. It will absolutely destroy a spaceship. That's hilarious. A lot of good green. I just don't know if there's enough of it. And also the black is very strong, so. That's okay, Peter. No worries. Hey, Foxmart's going okay. Thawbringer, 4/2, Insect Scout. When it enters or dies, surveil one. Sure. Use Social Engineering. 5 mana enchantment. Whenever a land you control enters, make a robot. A dang. Cool. Harmonious Grove Strider. Star, Ward 2, Power Toughness equals the number of lands you control. Nice. Pull through the Heft. Return up to 2 target non-land permanents from your graveyard to your hand. Then return up to 2 lands from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Whoa. What? Dang. All right. And then we've got 2 green-white multicolor ones and the Biotech Specialist, which is in green-red. But we do have a Lava Claw Reaches, which is, A, looks amazing, and B, fits the deck. Command Bridge enters tapped. When it enters, sacrifice it unless you tap an untapped permanent you control. Oh. So it's like Rupture Spire or Transguild Promenade, but you don't have to pay another land. You can just tap one of anything. Fascinating. And then we got this Echoing Caves, which I don't think is going to do anything. And this thing and that thing. Okay. So like we thing is we could do red green. There's enough like cool landfall stuff in there, but there's so much good removal in black that I think we're just gonna say we're Rakdos and start making cuts. Then we get to start playing. We're currently on 15 creatures, 14 non-creatures, but some of those non-creatures can become creatures. I know that we could be Jund, but I think it'd be simpler just to do this. Okay. What do we want to do here? I don't know if we need the nutrient block. We could probably cut Dark Endurance too, or this. The Surveil on the ship is probably pretty good, especially if we have Scrounge for Eternity and we surveil something big into the bin and then we scrounge for it. Because this hits every creature in our deck except for the Territorial Bruntar. Depends how fast the format is. Yeah, but I have no idea. The PPR, unfortunately, is never usually an ideal representation of how fast a format is. I'm not going to run Debris Field Crusher, I think, as much as I like a 5-mana Lightning Bolt. The kill ship, though, is too tempting to just destroy something with an orbital laser. Gotta. I don't think I need Ruinous Rampage. It's just 3 to the dome. And exile all artifacts of mana value 3 or less. Like, this could be really good against a deck. I mean, kind of like mine. But it seems too narrow. This cares about artifacts, and we have a fair number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have a lot of artifacts, so that probably is okay. A little bit of ramping. I think I'm going to cut Blade of the Swarm. The 5/3 for 4 is probably okay, but I think we have better things to be doing on 4 mana, such as these. Any of these. Though the Red Tiger could maybe go. He really is a Voltron-looking tiger, isn't he? Somebody was saying. because we've got, what? Now we're on 14 creatures, but some of these ships can turn into creatures. Maybe I don't want to go down any more creatures. I guess Lithobreaking technically kills a lot of cards in our deck. Well, actually, it just kills... It only kills a few cards. It kills like 4 of these. And the rest live through it. And it might be really good against something nasty. I think I'll keep it. The 0-point ballot's going to be cast for more than 1. Do we need the Susurian Dirgecraft if we already have, like, double grav kill Embrace Oblivion? Maybe? We have a lot of other removal. It seems good, but include every removal card. Yeah. Yeah. It's also a flyer. Good afternoon. How goes the early access? Well, we just started. This is our first sealed of the day. It started 24 minutes ago. Oh man, we've only got 3 hours. I gotta crack on. One second. Is the one mana defender useful enough? I mean, it does block. It blocks real well. I'm prepared to cut one more in round 41 just to get playing. Maybe I'll cut Dark Endurance. Cut Dark Endurance. Let's go. So in this early access potential pool, we've got content creators, we've got pros, we've got arena champs winners. So who knows who we might encounter. Probably don't need 2 Kavu Landseekers. I mean, they're a 4-mana 4/3 with Menace. Yeah, we got Watsy Staff as well. I played a game of Final Fantasy Omni Draft against Aaron Forsyth. And he killed me on turn 1. It's good stuff. Oh yeah. This is a keep. Easily. Ooh. Cool looking board. What's this do? Tap and untap permanent you control, add 1 mana of any color. Oh, it's like a Springleaf Drum. Okay. So actually we start with the Pangolin. Because then next turn we can warp the Tiger and pay for the Pangolin's ability. Whenever this creature becomes tapped, draw a card, then discard a card. Oh, and they can just do that whenever. That's really cool. Neat. Alright. I think we still do the plan. Whoa. You are now entering the Tron. Nice. Now I am over here. So I assume they're just floating mana just to loot. which makes perfect sense to me. Ah! Sorry. Sorry, I didn't mean to open the airlock. Yeah, free looting. I mean, I'll trade here. Sure. No more free looting. I'm behind on welcoming folks who have subscribed to the Twitch channel today because I was building the sealed deck. So I want to thank... oh, no. Oh. My food. My delicious food. Bummer. I want to thank Northos back for 122 months. Sage of Shadows F for 57 months. Q Arani for 6 months. Judders for 22. Memnus for 68. Ninja Puffed for 44. Bacanerd for 41. Obo's Tab for 26. Holes in 178 for 126. Roe Fizzlebeef for 31. Mirrodin the Wizard for 78. Shane and KK for 76. Patch Witch for 10 months. Bigger Frog for 29. And Sarkhan Vol 209 for 70 months. Thank you. What do you do? This creature enters, mill 3 cards. They milled a swamp, a seed ship, a agrarian, and an island. For that mana, sacrifice this creature, return a spacecraft or creature from your graveyard to the battlefield. So this. Interesting. Well, I think we're just going to start this plan. When this aura enters, enchanted creature deals damage equal to its power to any other target. Whenever enchanted creature is dealt damage, it deals that much damage to an opponent. Okay. Now the downside is, if they have another dubious delicacy, that just gives this -3/-3 and kills it. Which doesn't let it do anything. But yeah. Alright. Aha. Yeah. Target artifact creature's owner puts it on the top and bottom of their library. I'll put it on top, actually. Thank you. Now I get to draw it again. Thanks to my Void Forge Titan. Ha ha! And the next turn we get to warp it and do that again. Uh-oh. When this creature enters, tap creature or artifact an opponent controls and put a stun counter on it. Oh no. Boo. Well, I get to dump my hand. So that's cool, I guess. Gonna warp it so that we draw a card. And then we'll do that, and then we'll play this thing, and we'll play this. And next turn we get to do big slams, I guess. Oh, very good. Now, what's Lava Cloud Reaches turn into? A 2/2 with fire breathing, basically. Okay, great. Whale. Space whale. Space whale. I can do both of these thanks to this thing, can't I? Shoot, what do we grav kill? Yeah, probably the 5/5. They can't block it with the whale, so I guess they're going to block with the Mechanozoa. Oh. Oh, that's much better for me then. Okay, sweet. Goodbye, whale. Nice. I was hoping that they might double block, but you know, I've learned. It's Magic the Gathering. I've learned not to hope too hard. You never know what your opponent's going to do. Yeah, depending on what they do here, we could... Oh. Nope, they had a frank exchange of blows. Yeah. I'll take it. What's this do? When this enters, you may sacrifice a land or lander. If you do, search your library for 2 lands. Oh, it's the one that comes with a free Harrow. That's very cool. Okay, 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right. So I just activate Zookeeper Mechan and hit them for 7, for 8. And then I still get to play my dog. Because this thing's got menace. And they didn't put anything into stationing, obviously. Yeah, let's do that. Cool. I'm okay if the tiger eats a 6/6. Or eats it. Blocks a 6/6. Oh, it doesn't have vigilance anymore. They can't attack. They are deceased. They are incredibly deceased. Huzzah! Magic the Gathering. Thank you for the game, opponent. Somebody noticed that we have everyone's playing with their normal names. So these are our regular accounts. It's like a special queue that we can buy into. It doesn't cost anything. We also don't get to keep the cards. It's Phantom. For the people playing Constructed, it's the similar thing where you don't have to use wild cards, but you don't actually get the cards yet. So they've done a big change for the early access in the way it works, in a positive way, I think, because it means we don't have to download a whole separate client and everything. We don't get to look at huge numbers of like a bajillion gems or anything. We don't get the we can't show off the cosmetics, but that's fine. I'm going to keep this. So you are seeing people play today on their own accounts, but they're not getting to keep the cards. Hey, we ever stream on YouTube? Yeah, we stream on YouTube, youtube.com/loadingreadyrun, fairly regularly. Certainly for like special events. Our monthly Loading Ready live show we stream on YouTube. Not yesterday, Monday, we streamed the PPR on YouTube as well. The VOD for which should be up on the LRRMTG YouTube channel pretty soon. They have one too. What does this do? You pay 2, you make a robot? Nah. It would be funny to do this, but I think I'll... Actually, I want to put this on the lifelinker so that I also gain life off it. Although, probably just doing this next turn makes the most sense. Landers. We're landing. The beginning of the end step on your next turn. Sure, let's just build up. So next turn I can lander, even if I don't draw land, I can activate the lander, which is glowing to remind you that it's temporary, and then cast Pain for All, and then do some fun stuff, hopefully. Hi, Baxter. The upside to streaming from home. Hey, buddy. Great beast. Embrace oblivion. Yeah. Let's do that. Right, it comes in tapped. I'm stupid. Whoopsies. Oh well. Fine, we'll just do this then. Oh, okay. What was that? I don't even know what just happened. Cut propulsion deals damage to itself equal to its power. If that creature has flying, it deals twice that much damage. Oh, okay, cool. I'm fascinated by the logistics that must be involved in relations between a company and contract streamers for an event like this, a category of activity that didn't exist 20 years ago. For what it's worth, it's not a contract. But yes, the logistics are a lot. There's a very active Discord. Speaking of Loading Ready Run YouTube content, per the Alien Isolation episode having just gone up, we must be close to the end of the unskippable archive, eh? Yes, we are. Alright, well, let's try this. Hopefully they don't get us here. Please don't get. Please no get. Yes, they did not get. You. Sacrifice an artifact or creature, destroy target creature or spacecraft. I don't want to do that yet. Nah. I don't love how this is going so far, but maybe we'll be okay. Oh no, big. Well, for now anyway, bigger. What's the word on this? 2? Ugh. Bigger than before. Sorry. All right. Oh, well, we can kill something, but not that thing. Every land you control enters. Exile cards on top of your library until you exile a non-land card. You can cast that this turn. I mean, I guess we should just do that first, because this is just like drawing an extra card. Oh. Yeah. I mean, yeah. We should just grav kill. Probably the Grove Strider. Yeah, I'm sure. Nice. Yeah, you know what? Let's just get very aggressive now. Because now they don't have enough power to block our Bruntar. Open the door, get on the floor, exile that space dinosaur. Oh no, another one. By another one, I mean another big thing. Glacier Godmaw. When this creature enters, create a lander token. When this land you can... When a landfall, creatures you control get +1/+1. Sorry. It's got trample. You make a lander. When a land enters, creatures you control get +1/+1 and vigilance and haste. Okay, so they're hitting me for 14. That thing's dying next turn. It's sort of like a hoof. I can chump 4 damage and dome them for 4. I kind of like just taking 14. Because this thing's dying next turn. Yeah. Oh, there's also this. Destroy creatures with toughness X or less. Oh, no. See, well, I could do that for 6, actually. I could destroy all of these. I could wipe the board. And then because 6 is more, I get back, I guess, my Bruntar. But I also would lose 6 life, and that seems bad. So let's just kill their 6/6. No. Well, now I don't really feel like attacking. As tempting as it is. I guess I could attack with the Comet Crawler and sacrifice this kill ship. Get in for 4. It only gets back anything it killed? Oh, a creature killed this way. I see. Alright, I'm just going to pass. Next turn. Possibly. How's this? Oh, it can hit a creature. Oh my god. We could have hit, yeah, if they'd been slightly lower, we could have targeted our comet crawler with the kill ship and dealt 10 to their dome and gained 10 life at the same time. That would have been pretty cool. Mistform Harmonizer. Whenever a land you control enters, double the power of target creature you control until end of turn. So they did that, then they hit landfall. They can do landfall again and double this to 12. So I've got to block it. The question is, do I trade for the Bruntar or do I chump? Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to chump. This deals a bunch of damage to the, like I gain a bunch of life off of this chump, and then I can 0-point ballad to kill all of their creatures and keep my Bruntar. So let's do that. I hope that they go for the... Okay, good. They didn't go for the lander. That would have been very funny, but they didn't. Nice. Close, but no cigar. So yeah. Toughness X or less, so 4. It's toughness, so they can't pump. This only pumps power? Okay, so they can't surprise landfall. Yeah. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, I could have done it for 6, but then I just kill my own Bruntar and get back my own Bruntar and can't attack with it, so. Huzzah! It's probably better just to attack and take them to 2 than it is to put 6 charge counters on my kill ship. It's not enough to station it. What do you do? Ice Till Explorer. You may play an additional land on each of your turns. You may play lands from your graveyard whenever whenever a land enters mill. What? Holy moly. Do they have lands in their bin? Oh, they don't have any lands in their bin. Bet they do now. And they milled a Eumidian Terrabotanist. Landfall gain a life. That's pretty cool. Finally, my Bruntar. My landfall's better than yours. Oh, graph pack. Manoist. Let's go. Alright. We'll get the Manoist down there. Play this team leader. We will go to combat. We will attack with this Bruntar. And now we have enough mana to... Oh, I should have done it pre-combat. I messed up. Because it doesn't have summoning sickness. I'm silly. I missed lethal there, actually. Oh, well. Wouldn't have got them anyway. The kill ship station was 7, and I had 7 there, but turns out they had an artifact removal spell anyway. But I should have played both of these, stationed it pre-combat, and swung with both, because I didn't know they had that. So I should have done it the other way. But it all worked out. It all worked out. At least I get my dailies. Look at this. My reward for 2 wins. Now at 5 wins. That's where it really starts to come together. The empty reward circles are very funny. Alrighty. Yeah, this is a good hand. Let's start with the hello. Hello. What inscrutable emotes do I have? My Tonberry. He's coming to get you. Alright, we'll start with the pangolin, then we can play the dog and make pangolin bigger. Quick, open the airlock. You can hear all those bleeps and bloops, right? What's going on here? What is all this? Oh, it's got menace. Oh, well, alright, fine. I don't... No blocks. Nah, I think we'll just lead with dog. Woof woof. It's only 4 to station this. That's not bad. We might just be killing something next turn. We'll find out. Only faintly. It's as loud as I can make it. Oh, wait. Maybe my in-game audio is low. Oh, it is. Because otherwise it would be bad for my ears. Alright. Grav Pack Manoist. Okay. So, let's do this. Let's play Wormwall Sweeper, pay to make the pangolin bigger, that can station the sweeper, and then we play Lava Claw Reaches. That seems like a good turn. We could even offer the trade with dog. So I guess I'll do that first. Dare you trade for dog? I don't imagine that they will. Oh, they do. Wow, okay. Well, that's their flyer taken care of. Exile an artifact from your graveyard. Put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. It deals damage equal to its power to any target. Okay, well, they don't have anything in their graveyard yet, so we're okay. Do that. I would like to pay. Surveil. I do want a 5th land. Wait, I have a 5th land in hand. I don't need that land right now. Do I want this Manoist? That would have been a better thing to pump with. I don't think I need this right now either. Nah. Neat. Also, Graham, in a move that made me chuckle because of how old Trek it feels in the story, Seth Dickinson really wanted folks to know that the Eumidian, which is the insect people, the Eumidian lady that runs Infinite Guideline Station is very, very hot. Good for them. No, don't kill my pangolin. That's the one thing you can't do. I don't allow you to kill my pangolin. No, stop it. Well, now I'm sad. So we could kill their pangolin now while it's small. Or we could kill this thing that just gets bigger and scarier, potentially. They still don't have a target for it, but if I kill the pangolin, they will. They'll get to put a counter on this and deal 2 damage to something. I think this turn I'm just going to play the Titan. Get frisky next turn. Pangolont. Are you a Panga will or a Pangla can't? Ah. Well, goodbye, spaceship. Okay. Oh, we can scrungle for a tungle. What is that worth? I don't think so. Well, actually, we could hasty and then sacrifice it, and then what would we get back? No, I think I want to save this to get this back. Okay. Let's just... Pain. Nice. That was cool. This format's a lot of fun, he said, doing well. Wait, this format's bad, he said moments later, losing. Four or five with reach. The beginning of your end step. If a non-land permanent left the battlefield, is put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. Okay. So I got a couple options. I can team leader to make this slightly larger. I can make them sacrifice. I guess they're 1/1. Yeah, I guess just that. Each opponent sacrifice a non-token creature. If they sack, it'll trigger Void. That's true. For me, but not for them. Because their Void... Well, sorry. It triggers Void, but their Void doesn't check until their end step, so it doesn't actually help them in this point. I will not attack this in this case. I could have put surge counters on this, but I can only put 5 on. Maybe I wanted to do that? I don't know. You gonna surge up your crusher? Nope. I will super block that 3/3. Okay. They didn't do it. Okay, let's see here. Welcome, Raiders! Hello, Steve. Welcome, folks. We're at we're early access Edge of Eternities, which is the forthcoming newest Magic the Gathering expansion, and I'm just trying to figure out how to win. And I don't think it's going to happen this turn. If I play this and warp this. No. I think I'm just going to play this. And then play this. And do this. Oh, and I can hit them with it, too. Oh, that thing has reach. But then they won't have it anymore. Wait, that's good. Yeah, wait, I'm fine with this trade. Bring it. This is a fine trade. And I get to draw a card. And I can sacrifice something to get that spaceship back, and then they have to sacrifice again. It's perfect. Everything's great. Sorry, Raiders, you caught me right in the middle of a big think. But I hope you're doing well. The Mandrew back with a 109-month resub. Lesbian Punk Pyromancer with a 55-month resub. Samu BDTP 1985 for a 91-month resub. Been watching the FF7 VODs as I'm starting my own playthrough, having never played it before. Hey, cool. Thank you. And Kazman20A with a 107-month resub. Welcome back. You've got another think coming. I sure do. All right. Yeah, I'm just going to go for this. I'd like this back, please. It's weird. Things explode, and then they go to the graveyard, and they make the exploding animation again, but in the graveyard. I've seen that happen twice now. Maybe it's just with artifact creatures. Archenemy's Charm. Exile target creature or planeswalker. My goodness. Yeah, that's fine. Darn. Well, they're no longer deceased this turn, but they're not at all well. See, it did it again. Oh, and I got a lander? Nice. Nice. Yep, new reward. Check it out. We made it to level 3. I hope you're hungry. For nothing. Reminder for those who might have joined us, this is an early access event. I don't get to keep any of the cards. It's a phantom event. There's no prizes. There's no money being exchanged hands. The people involved in today's event don't pay Wizards to be involved. Wizards doesn't pay us to play it. It's just a mutually beneficial handshake. And everybody's got to be cool. I mean, we do. I guess you don't have to be cool. Wizards doesn't care if you're cool. I care. So watch it. This looks like a mulligan. I would like to do something before turn 4 with this deck. Like that. Oh, goodbye, Pinnacle Killship. It makes the most sense to put you on the bottom of the library, even though you're a very big spaceship, and I do like that about you. Hello, Chocobo. I don't want Grim to be disappointed in us. Let's be cool. Hell yeah. Oh, this seems free because I don't have anything else to do here, so I may as well just do this. And if they want to trade their Pangolin for our Caveron Harrier, that's great. And I don't think they will. I was right. Neat. What is it Caveron Harrier than? It's hairier than most. Hi-oh. Slag Drill, Scrapper. Sack an artifact, draw a card. Love that. Is there a way to stack these triggers such that you pay to make the robot for the Harrier, and then you sacrifice the robot to the comet crawler. I just said, is there a way? And Madhouse, before I'd even said anything else, was just like, there is. All right, cool. I may try that just for funsies. I mean, in real Magic, yeah. No, I know there's a way in real Magic. Well, actually, I don't know. That's why I was asking. It's like, do you have to decide what you're targeting with this before you do the thing? But it's probably better just to play the Kevin Landseeker. It's probably better. What does this do? You may discard a card if you do draw 2 cards. They did that. Sack it, make a robot. I mean, I could do that with the lander token that this thing makes. That'd be pretty good, actually. Yeah, let's do that. Because we got 5 land. I don't think we need to use this lander. Let's just do a big life point swing. Delicious. Yeah. I don't have auto stacking on. I do not have... I don't let it auto order my triggered abilities. For precisely that reason. Unfortunately, we don't have... Okay. Alright. Look, listen, Pangolin. You're cruising for a grav kill here, buddy. Now that it's out of pain for all range. Yeah. I think we just kill it. Well, do we wait? It's an instant, right? It's an instant. Pangolin seems good. The Pangolin seems good. Let me see. Do I think they double block to trade for this? Probably. Do I want that to happen? I could Pain for All on the Landseeker, kill the 3/3, and then hit for 4. But that's not great because we still have that Pangolin to deal with. Alright, we're just going to kill. We're just going to get rid of that Pangolin. Next turn, I think we might be doing Pain for All and doing some Harrier science with the Comet Crawler. We'll see what happens. Rubberoid. At the beginning of combat on your turn, put X +1/+1 counters on each creature you control where X is this creature's power. Well, we need to kill that immediately. Yeah, change of plans, no kidding. Absolutely die. Good lord. Okay. Well, now I think this is a better trade. If they want to double block this. They don't. All right. By the way, possibly one of the best card names in the set. Or, sorry, possibly the best card name in the set. Among some very good names, but Rubberoid is very good. No, we had Diplomat. Oh, take 5. Haha. Diplomatic relations. And now it gets Vigilance? Oh, look, this one's been errated. Get +1/+0 and Vigilance. Okay. Yeah, I guess I take 5. Ow. It always did. No, I know. I know it did gain Vigilance. I just didn't, like, notice. Well, is this a 5/5? I hope that's all they do next turn. I'm going to play my Bruntar. And hope that next turn I get to just kill everything except the Bruntar. Damn. Damn it. Now I have to go to 1. Crapulence. Oh, no, I'm definitely swinging with Crawler and sacrificing the Harrier. Absolutely I am. But now I have to do this for... Oh, I can't do it for X is 6. I only have 6 mana. So both our Bruntars will be left alive, and they have this on deck. Yikes. Given that, I think the correct play now is to just play this Landseeker. Crack the Lander. And hope that they play... hope that they play their 5/5. So I get to kill it as well. Oh, no. This means they're going to kill my Bruntar. I'm not going to be able to get it back with 0-point Ballad. I get to block it and gain a couple life, which is nice, I suppose. I'm going to chump with the Harrier here because I want to be able to... Because this only brings back a creature that was killed this way. Return a creature card put into a graveyard this way. Oh. Oh, so I can get their Bruntar. Oh. This card keeps getting better and better the more I read it. Well, it doesn't... Wait, this doesn't actually matter. This doesn't matter what I block with then. Alright, sure. And then they don't have enough mana to play that thing. So that 5/5 is still on deck for them, which is annoying. But we will have their Bruntums. I guess that. Oh, that will also be good in the future. Well, no reason not to do this. There's no shot they go to 1, so... I did it. Yay. Alright. X is 6. Now, if they have a pump, they would have used it. Yeah. Yes, I would like this, please. I did. That token doesn't exist anymore. Go away. Stop it. Sure. Okay. Okay. Sacrifice their Bruntar to get your Bruntar? I can't. Because Scrounge for Eternity will only hit mana value 5 or less. So I do have targets, but they are not huge. They're both my Kavu Landseekers are my biggest targets. But luckily, I have a Territorial Bruntar that has text. Sure. We'll play a creature. Why not? Yeah. So getting back Kavu Landseeker. I could get back Comet Crawler too, but eh. Sacrifice their Bruntar to get your 2-drop to send a message. I'm listening. Another Pangolin. All right. I love that they have their landers just chilling up there because we know that they have powerful landfall stuff. Well, I mean, I guess as long as we have the Bruntar in play, I don't mind hitting... Oh, hello. I don't mind hitting lands. Be gone. You're too big. Dare I attack? I don't think so. I don't think I can attack. I'm one removal spell away from just being deceased if they do that. Weft Stalker Ardent. Whenever another creature or artifact you control enters, this creature deals 1 damage to each opponent. Well, that's bad. That's very bad. Thank goodness that's not a landfall trigger. Are any of you better? Do I get the Comet Crawler just to have a lifelinker in play? Or I could get a Landseeker for lander reasons. I don't have anything in the deck that's more expensive than 5. Yeah, let's do this. This is maybe not correct, but I say get the lifelinker. Wait. Do we get a lander from this? Oh, we get a lander from this. Oh. Okay, well then, yeah, let's get the Comet Crawler back and have a lifelinker. And we still just get a lander, which I'll cash in next turn if we don't draw. If we don't draw land naturally. Okay. Okay. I think you have to swing soon, or your fear of removal will be a self-fulfilling prophecy. Yeah, I mean that's always the trick, right? If they get something that makes makes 3 artifacts, I'm in big trubs. Okay. That's interesting. That kills 2 of their creatures. I think I'm going to crack the... I have 9 mana. I think I'm going to crack the lander first, because I don't have anything super expensive. I can cast everything in the deck with this. So let's do this first. And then I have Lithobreaking as a potential backup. Oh, that's also fun. Okay, cool. We can do that too. All right, Lithobreaking, make a lander, then sack an artifact. This kills these 2. They still have their Weft Stalker Ardent. But I am intending to force them to block here. I'm going to leave back 2 creatures. By which I mean I'm going to leave back this creature in the Sunset Stabator? Sure. I would like some life, please. That's fine. Okay. It's possible I just threw lethal by not attacking with everything. But they've got 2 cards in hand that they've been sitting on for a while. And I don't know what they could be. Oh, there's the GG. Gene Pollinator. Gene Pollinator? Me when I'm the mom from Arrested Development, but in space. And get surprised by a pollinator wearing a bad fake mustache. Gene Pollinator? Thank you. Hell yeah. Should I take a break? I guess. As an aside, I'm stoked for the subathon. Hey, so are we. Very excited for the subathon. Looking forward to it. I'm going to take a very quick 3 mins break. Just to run ads, get rid of the pre-rolls and all that good stuff that Twitch likes you to do. It will literally just be 3 minutes. I'll be right back. Please don't go away. Huzzah, I'm back. I missed a raid. I feel bad about it. Good Time Society raided 12 minutes ago, and I didn't see it when it came in because I was so focused on the game. So thank you. Appreciate it. And May We Come In resubbed for their 98th month. I do go first. With this hand? It's close. But no. Yes. What do we keep? I think I might put the dog away. Maybe that's super wrong. Because I can play the sweeper and surveil and then play the warp the team leader and crew it. Or station it. The dog is safer inside the deck. You know what? You're so right. Shh, shh, to the bottom of the pile where you can't be hurt. That's probably wrong, but I don't know. It's day -5 or whatever of this format. I'm trying it out. All right, this is sack an artifact, draw a card. Sounds good. Let's get sweeping. I like both of these, but I need a little bit more mana to do it. This does sort of change what I want to do next turn, though, which is play this for the mana acceleration. Do we have to put this pangolin in the graveyard? Because if we just need more land? That sucks. Because the alternative is we keep it like this. We play the pangolin, then the turn after that we play the mech in and make the pangolin bigger, but that's very slow. The pangolin is safer in the graveyard. The thing is, I think this is correct. It's annoying, but I think that that's right. Beam Saw Prospector. When this dies, make a lander. Okay. Cool. Yep. Alright, so the original plan was warp this, station this, but now we're just playing this. And we're not going to embrace either of those creatures. For obvious reasons. Do I leave this back to block? Yeah. Yeah, I do. I do, in fact. Hugh Coulson. G.I.U. Coulson? I'm not sure. But you've just subscribed for your second month. Thank you. Thanks for coming back. I appreciate that. They never tell you when you decide to start streaming that you're going to have to read usernames out loud. It might be one of the most difficult things. Oh. I'm having my Oblivion embraced? That hardly seems fair. Alright, I might have done the pangolin plan if I'd realized opponent is also operating slowly. Are they gonna... Okay. Looked like they were considering sacrificing their lander to draw a card. Surely they were just gonna use it for land, though. Okay. King of Doma says, "Hi Graham, how's your own personal Mass Effect going?" This is my favorite Magic set on the station. I think that's how I'm supposed to say it. Red Black, I see you've embraced Renegade. Yeah, basically. John Star 12 with a 48-month resub. Says, been here for like 8 years. My math is correct, I think. That's possible. Subscription-wise, it's 4 years. But you may be operating on a different math than I am. Caveron Skywarden, it's a 4/5 with reach and void, and the void says at the end of your turn, if something voided, then you put a counter on this creature. Damn. Boy, this sucks. Am I going to have to just sack my Wormwall Sweeper to kill that just because neither player has anything going on? Yes. All right. Cool. All right. It's the space set. Obviously, it's caused some temporal distortions in the sub count. TXE2 brings up a good point. One of those 4 years was 2021. So, certainly that was more than 1 year. 2020 to 2023 was like 10 years. At least that's how it feels. Great. Tapped land. All right, well, carry on. Lava Claw Reaches does look cool, though. Three Sure says, "Hey Graham, or hey G, I just went through my Facebook friends and found Roscoe Jangles. First of all, get off Facebook, but that's your call. I have a vague recollection of him being LRR related. Can you clarify why I have been friends with a duck since 2007? Roscoe P. Jangles is a mallard of Jer's creation, and I believe was an early Desert Bus meme, like Desert Bus 2. Yeah, Roscoe P. Jangles it's a stuffed, like a plush toy of a duck, about this big, who features. I think you can see him in some of Moz's earlier DB posters. There's a lot of good Roscoe P. Jangles fan art over the years. LRR street cred level, friends with Roscoe since 2007. Hell yeah. 2007, was that the first Desert Bus? It must have been. Yes, it was, because we went to Comic-Con in 2007. That's where we pitched the concept of Desert Bus to Mike and Jerry at PA, who did not care or understand what we were talking about. And we thought that we had to check with them, that we were like, hey, this is the thing we want to do. Is this okay if we raise money for Child's Play by doing this? And they were like, actually, we didn't even talk to Mike. Jerry was like, okay, sure, I guess. And then we did it, and they were like, oh, I get it now. At PA, yeah, we went to their booth. We were like, well, we're at Comic-Con, and we want to do this Desert Bus thing in November. We'll go to their booth and just, like, ask them if this would be okay. And they're like, it was like, I think it was like, yeah, we're cool with that because we don't really understand what you're talking about. Because recall, Desert Bus was the first charity internet marathon of its kind. Which I'm inordinately proud of. Depth and Breadth of Seth says, hey Graham, hey chat, I can't believe I'm excited for a sci-fi MTG set. Well, it helps that it rules. The fact that it's awesome is a big part of it being very cool. By PA, do you mean Penny Arcade? Yeah, sorry, Penny Arcade, who founded Child's Play. What are they doing over there? Let's just do this. And if they kill it in response, they kill it in response. Okay. Why? I'm not necessarily targeting that. Target creature gets +2/+0 and indestructible until end of turn. Okay. Now what? How would you explain Desert Bus to someone oblivious to internet culture? The way that we explained it at the time, which is we related it to what people did know, which was the concept of a telethon. So we were like, oh, you know, like a telethon? You know, like Jerry Lewis? Or like when they would do a PBS pledge drive? Like that, we would say. And then the local newspaper would go, oh, okay. But like with Pac-Man. And we're like, no. But thanks for trying. They've gotten better about it over the years. Yeah, they could sack a land to draw a card. They could have sacked that to draw a card. I don't know why they didn't. Nymistria for 14 months. Captain's Log, Stardate 2025. It's been 1 year and 2 months and still no signs of bad content. Oh, that's very sweet. Thank you. Oh, no. Well, they take 3 doing this, which I guess is fine. I can't do anything. Yeah, no, they do that, and then they take 3. All right. Hey, I like Pain for All. This seems good. The fact that it's only 3 mana and not like 5, as I would expect from an effect like this, means it's actually playable. Stuart R. Wyatt for 24 months says Jangles and Jones was one of my favorite mini sketches when you would do the rapid fires alongside the detectives. I liked those detectives. Rodriguez and Riley. Yeah, you can station that a little bit. Got a ways to go, but I guess no reason not to. I think I'm just going to start, depending on what I draw, if I draw a land, I'm just going to start whacking them with Lava Claw Reaches. Like, there's nothing else really to do. Okay. Can I still hit them? I can still hit them for 2 with Lava Claw Reaches. Which is probably better than keeping up Grav Kill for one of these. So, let's do that. Haha. Taste it. Teller bought the crew pizza. Teller bought us more than just pizza. Teller bought us lunch basically every day that first year. It was great. Call in and be like, "What do you want for lunch?" And we're like, I don't know. Like Subway, I guess." And he'd be like, "Okay." And then he'd phone the Subway. The local Subway did not understand how to handle taking a credit card payment over the phone from somebody in Las Vegas whose credit card had a mononym. He's like, "No, my name is Teller. My credit card says Teller." And they're like, "Okay, last name?" He's like, No. The name is Teller. That's it. That's literally what it says on the credit card." This poor person at Subway is like, "I don't understand." Oh. Well, alright. Discard your last card, I guess. Surely you should have stationed first. Or played. Oh, I guess you can't. If you play that, then you can't pay the ward. Ah, it was a litho breaking. Litho breaking also would have killed it, actually. You could have just done that, and then you would have gotten a lander instead. Well. The Claw. Alright, Lava Claw Reach is putting in big work this game. I don't think this deceases them. I think I'll probably just hardcast this turn. Easiest way to do it, I would imagine. Alright, they're definitely deceased next turn. Who told them about it? There was a post about Desert Bus before we launched it on the Penn and Teller fan forums, and somehow that information got back to them, and then they tried to track us down using like some early, and I will stress, no longer accurate who is information. And Teller's Penn's wife phoned Paul's mom and was like, "Hi, is this Paul Saunders' place?" And she was like, "No, but I can put you in touch." And then after we started the event, they phoned us. It was very cool. Be gone. They don't even get their robot doing that. Ta-da! TSP397 with a 63-month resub says 8 turns until they get a 1/5 flyer. Mercifully, that did not happen. Sleepy. Penn and Teller are going to be at the Minnesota Renaissance Fair this year. It's where they first met and got their start. That's amazing. What a fun homecoming for them. I go first? I'd love to. Moist. It really does undercut the monoist religion to call them monoist. They don't like it. I broke it. Dadly Puns with a 17-month resub. Welcome back. They say it should be more, but I keep forgetting to resub with Prime. Don't worry about it. Thank you. But, hey, if anyone's listening and they have, you have Prime, Jeffrey Bezos doesn't need your money, but we'll take it. Moist. Oh, they desculpting blasted my Gravpack Moist. They could have waited and gotten themselves a drone if they waited till I attacked with it. I do need land, though, which is unfortunate. They're just tempoing me out while they build up to their big thing. What the heck is that? Tap enchanted permanent. You control it. It doesn't untap. They just have it, but it can't do anything. That's amazing. Unironically, I think that's very funny. If they can sacrifice it, they'll get the robot. Oh, my lander token's not glowing on the board. It's supposed to glow on the board. Bug report. I have a report of a bug. Also, they have a bug. Auxiliary boosters. Make a robot, attach this to it. It gets +1/+2 and has flying. Cool! That's 5 mana. Okay, that makes sense. Well, I gotta use this now or it goes away. And then I don't know what else to do. Because I still won't have enough mana to do stuff. So, I guess I will do that. Because I don't want to lose the lander. Because I need the mana. Like I could embrace Oblivion and kill something. Doesn't really seem worth. Everything's a living weapon these days. Yeah. Well, because it's better. Merlin Zero with a 3-month resub says that Bezos no longer has the most expensive house on the West Coast. It's funny. Oh, cool. And Child Roland with a 2-month resub. Welcome back. Thanks for coming back. Who does have the most expensive house on the West Coast, or is it that they moved? Okay, so that's now much larger because this robot has honor. And then this has a lander. How is this tapped? What did I miss? Oh. Oh. Oh, okay. They're stationing up their Uthros. Sure, whatever. Alright. I've determined this monoist sentry has lived out its usefulness. Oh, well, now I don't need to kill something to trigger Void. So maybe I will just... Eh. I don't love taking 4 in the air, but if I kill that, they can just move it over here. Yeah, this is fine. I've got good enough ground blockers. You. I don't know if that's correct, but... Mmm, delicious. Pain. Uthros has a dead Eldrazi Titan at its core. Really? That sucks. Don't go there. Don't go to there. No, stop. Oh. That's annoying. Oh no, now it's too big for me to pain. Poop. Alright. Okay. Let's see here. So, I hit with the Kavu, then I sacrifice the Kavu, then I get back my Void Forge Titan, then I put Pain for All on the Void Forge Titan, and I kill their creature, and then I draw a card. Yeah. Sure. Nice. Weft walking. All right. Damn. Okay. So their first spell, that was their first spell this turn, so this one's not free. It does have double strike, though. But I have Litho Breaking. Okay, my first spell this turn is free. So I guess I'll just make it Litho Breaking. Because I want to kill that. And then I get to hit them for 2 with the Litho Breaking. And then I hit them for another 5. Because this seems pretty scary. And they can just easily trade. Yeah, I don't know. Could be tricky. I think we're just dumping our hand here, though. Oh yeah, and they get my they get my robot. I forgot about that. Oh well. I actually do not want either of these, because I already have 6 lands. Yes. I'm not desirous of those. And I will play Dog. And I will play not Dog. And I will crew with Dog. And... yeah, whatever, I'll pass. Another land. Wow, okay. So they get to cast something big for free. Yep, that's bad. That's very bad. Exalted Sunborn, flying, lifelink. If one or more tokens would be created under your control, create twice that many tokens instead. Then they destroyed my big guy with the Pain for All on it. And now they're making a whale. And now they're at 8 because they gained 3 life from Radiant Strike and 2 life off of Semi's Curiosity. Wow, that was a bit of a whirlwind. Okay. Yikes. Yeah, I'll take 2. Thank you. IH Bar with a 100-month resub. Yay! Welcome back. Thank you. Ah, well then. If one or more tokens will be created in your control, twice that many are created instead. First of all, that card is very pretty. Secondly, get out. Steve. Well, the whale blocks this really well, but... Alright. You, I guess. I don't know, maybe it's worth going all in on the whale there, because then it's like... It's just the flyer. So if I draw removal, then I can... If I draw my other grav kill, then I kill the whale and take out all the counters. Oh boy. Until your next turn... Oh, all my creatures are weak and feeble now. Curses. Honor. Okay. The boosters. And we're bouncing that. Sure. So no chumpies. Oh, they're going to force me to chump with my Comet Crawler. That sucks. Okay. But now they're out of cards again. This is sealed. Yeah, got a block. My -1/3. Yikes. Let's try to thin the deck out a little bit if we can. I've already put 2 lands in the graveyard. All right. How dare you? And we can't station it because these are teeny weeny. They're teeny weenies. Okay. Opponent, I'm trying to just surveil so I can concede. Ah. If you tried to station with a negative power, would it remove the charge counter? No. First of all, how dare you? Secondly, that's a perfectly reasonable thought. But no, it does not actually do that. Uh-oh. Nummy. Yeah, all right, we'll keep this. Well, glad to see Kenji got in. We don't have another artifact that's cheap, so I'm not leading on the pangolin. He isn't even streaming right now? Oh. He could be recording for YouTube then. That's probably what's going on. This time of day, he's probably recording for YouTube. What does this do? Oh. Alright, well, enjoy. I look forward to Grav killing it and exiling it. Yep. When this creature enters, target opponent may have you make 2 landers. I have no idea what's correct here. He obviously needs land, but like... Otherwise it'll be a 4/3? No. You can just have a 4/3. Create 2 landers, no. Ah! Brutal. I really wanted to attack with the menace thing and then put more counters on that one creature I was going to destroy, but I guess we can't do that. I'm trading my Cav for their Terrapact Intimidator. How's the weather in space today? It's nice. It's real nice outside. X Voxtrick with a 65-month resub. Welcome back. We strip lock anyone out today? No, I have not been able to do that. Oh my god. Alright. We're both playing removal heavy decks. Oh man, we're basically dead now. So we can play the Dirgecraft, but then he can keep the creature with menace, and then we just die. Yeah, we're just dead. Ah, well. Do you prefer to concede or give OP a chance to attack so they can earn some potential gold or gems for a daily challenge? So, in this event in particular, they've asked us to not, like, aggressively concede early. Like, if your opponent clearly has lethal on board, that's fine. But they've asked people not to be like, I'm over it, and quit, because we're showing off this stuff, and there's no prizes on the line in this event. Sure, I'll keep this. When I'm playing just myself, and this is the same basically whether I'm on stream or not, I tend to play it out in a very similar fashion to what I just said, actually. I'll play it out unless it's, like, very obviously dead, and depending on how the opponent's been playing. Sometimes if the opponent's been making some odd plays, and it's like... And I'm like, I can see that they have me dead. I'm not going to concede necessarily because they might miss it. And in fact, they have on some instances. So I tend to not concede as often and quickly as some people. All right, so I could do the robot thing, but I also just have a 2-drop that's probably better to play, so I will not do that. Maricat says, I missed a lot of the PPR. There wasn't a lot of stationing at the PPR. We've done more stationing today than I think I recall seeing at the PPR. But it works out pretty well. Honestly, I think that the timing on it is interesting. Pretty good. Pretty good combo. 2 mana 4/4? Dang. All right. Well, nothing else to do, so I'll just play this guy. I thought only streamers miss lethal. If you miss lethal and chat isn't around to judge you, is it really missing lethal? That's the question. Answer yes, but you probably won't know. Whoop, 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 whoop. Space whales. Now, warped creatures do not have haste, so I don't get walloped by the whale this turn. They kept both on top. The Microsizer. We looked at this earlier. Okay, interesting. Nothing, huh? Okie dokie. Ooh. Kill ship. Okay, well, I guess they're gonna sacrifice Starport security here. Because why would they sacrifice their Gigastorm Titan? And you know what? That's fine. Bye-bye. Now, what I can do, though, is, rather than attacking and offering this trade, let's station up the spaceship. There we go. Now I got a 4/3 flyer, and assuming that they topped a land, they're going to play it and then play their space whale or their other flyer and block. It'll be fine. Leonis Co. with a 49-month resub. Welcome back. Thank you. How does Station feel in practice? So far, fine. It's not amazing. The fact that you have to do it at sorcery speed takes a little bit of getting used to from crew. But then it just is a creature, which helps. I missed lethal earlier, actually, in a game because I forgot that my station was sitting right there, and I could just play 2 creatures. The creatures couldn't attack, but they had enough power that they could have stationed the ship, and then I could have attacked for lethal. I still won the following turn, which is nice, but it was interesting. Was Mount sorcery speed? Yes, Mount was also sorcery speed. Ooh. Okay. So now it's just a 3/2 flyer, and the Space Whale is a much more irritating blocker. But one more land and I can kill ship. So I think I just get rid of the flyer and hit for 5. And feel pretty happy about that. Whoop! Nice. Do station cards have summoning sickness on their first turn? Yes. So as it did last turn with the Dirgecraft, I could not have attacked that turn. Because once it becomes a creature, it does its whole sort of like summoning sickness check. But if you've had them in play for more than a turn, even if you only station them that turn, then they can attack if you've had them for more than a turn. So yes, we're also 1 land off our 1/3 being able to do its big pump. Big pump. Yeah, if we top a land, we get to play the kill ship, and that's good news. When this enters, it deals 10 damage to 1 target creature. What we haven't yet been able to do in this sealed event, which I really want to do, is kill ship targeting our own creature with the... oh, look at that. Focus fire. Very nice. Okay. Well, guess what? Now I have a 7/7. Kill ship targeting our own creature with Pain for All on it and doming our opponent for 10, that would be pretty cool. Oh, they're going to tap and stun my kill ship. That makes sense with their Mechanizoa. Okay. Check this out, though. Gain a life. Why not? Okay. So, currently dead on board next turn, but we don't know what they have in hand. Is this set on the app version of Arena? Only if you're in the early access event, as I am. But yeah, they've done it differently this time. So instead of having a special extra installer and all that, which was frankly annoying as well, it's our own accounts, but the events are phantom. The events are free, but they're also phantom. So we get to play it. We don't get to keep any of the cards. None of the streamers or participants paid to be involved. Wizards is not paying us to play it. It is a mutually beneficial freebie made possible by Wizards. The set will be out on Arena, which I guess is a complete sentence right there. So, yes, the set will be out on Arena. I don't remember where. They do pay people to fill slots in drafts. I guess that's one way of looking at it. I don't think they pay people to do that. I think people that they already pay to work there are asked to fill spots in drafts. So that comes through, or that attacks, and then choose up to one target creature. Okay. I'll take 5. Okay. So just gonna I'm just gonna okay. So they get to eat the 4/3, but they're still taking 3, 6, 9. They're still taking 12? That does reduce the overall power that I have on board, though. Guess I should have attacked with everything. Okay. My Norman says, Graham, y'all's bar cube draft inspired me to make a commander bar cube. Mind if I share a link for fellow chatters? I mean, that sounds great, but I don't know if the chat. I mean, first of all, sure, go ahead. But as Mihal says, take that to the Discord as well, because I think they'd be very interested in checking that out. Yeah, I guess if I'd either attacked with it or... Well, no, because if I'd used... Yeah, it worked. If I'd used Zookeeper's ability, then I wouldn't have been able to also pay to make a robot. But I guess I just putting more power on the board. 1 more power, which I guess would have made all the difference. Hey, it worked. Check it out. You can't see behind me right now, but I've got 6 wins, 2 losses. Final boss, let's go. And then we'll have just enough time for, like, I don't know, 3 more games before our next stream today. So, actually, I'm going to take a quick break on account of a biological imperative, and I will be right back with the final round. Don't go away. Huzzah, I have returned. Maricat says, I'm an MTG noob. Just started playing in May. Someone mentioned how fun stationing is going to be with the Duskmourn and Survivor cards. I also thought that was interesting. I just looked up all the cards with Survivor keyword, and I'm feeling stoked to try out a survival stationing deck. It's a good idea. There's cards in this set also that are like, I think it's Survivor checks second main phase after combat, and or maybe it just says after combat. And there's some cards in this set that I think check on end step. But there's some cards in this set that also care about being tapped. Well, your commercial break is over now, iSmartMan, and you've missed nothing. In fact, just in time. Mr. Orange. Hello. Keep. The Thaumaton Torpedo. Sack this artifact, destroy a non-land permanent. This ability costs 3 less to activate if you attacked with a spacecraft this turn. Cool. That's very neat. Warping. I like that it's like space like swallowing them up. Like, yoop. I do like the warp effect. It's cool. What do you do? 2/4 vigilance plus 2/0 as long as you've cast 2 or more spells this turn. Okie dokie. This litho breaking is not looking great. I mean, I guess worst case, I can just use it to make a lander and then not blow up all my own creatures and not their creature. How do you like Edge of Eternity so far? It's great. So here's the thing. It's been... Oh, wow. All right. It's been a very long time since Wizards has made, like, a not good draft set. But this one seems very fun to draft. But also, like, I don't know. It's I love the aesthetic. I love the space. I love the art and the lore. It seems really, really cool. Suspicious. I'll take 2, thanks. Aetherdrift was only 6 months ago. Aetherdrift was actually, like, not terrible to draft. It wasn't like an all-time banger, but it was like it was a fine draft environment. Even if I didn't love the rest of the things that I just said in Aetherdrift specifically. Whenever land enters creatures you control, whenever a land you control enters, this creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Okay. Well, given that, only violence. Okay. Bummer. Got to use this now or it just goes away. But next turn we get to Dirgecraft. And get one of their things, I guess. See, I did like Bloomburrow. Cheeseeye Dragon. I thought that was a super fun format. Holy crap, Valanche. What do you do? Oh, okay. So they just second spelled all over us. Well, we can play this thing. So, what's better? This that just kills one of their things, or this that is a big blocker? Probably that. Quella46021 with a 24-month resub. Welcome back. Says space looks amazing. And the cake of lies with a 51-month resub. Welcome back. Oh, right. They have a thing that has text. Guess I take 6. I don't love our chances here. Really needed a little more land. Oh well. Well, let's lose this game and go do another one. I've only got a little over half an hour left in the stream because we didn't actually know the early access was happening until Monday, like during the PPR. So we didn't have a bunch of plan for it. So at 1 o'clock it will become. I'm just gonna do another sealed, is what I'm saying. The point is, I would love to draft, but we're not gonna have time. So I'm just going to quickly jam it through another sealed and see if we can put something together. Arch Enemy's Charm. We saw that. That was really cool. Wow, a lot of spaceships. Okay, colorless ship. When it enters, destroy a non-creature permanent, then it deals 4 damage to each creature. Great. And Tropic Battle Cruiser. Station 1, whenever an opponent discards a card, they lose 3 life. Station 8, whenever this attacks, each opponent discards a card. Each opponent who can't loses 3 life. Great. Pinnacle Starcage. When this enters, exile all artifacts and creatures with mana value 2 or less until this leaves the battlefield. For 8 mana, put each card exiled with this artifact into its owner's graveyard, then make a 2/2 robot for each card put into a graveyard this way. And a Godless Shrine, and a Othros, and a Synthesizer Lab Ship. Doesn't do anything, but it's 1 mana. Station 2, at the beginning of combat on your turn, up to 1 other target artifact you control becomes an artifact creature with base power and toughness 2/2 and gains flying until end of turn. That's pretty cool too, but I'm thinking white-black. Reroute Systems. Target artifact or creature gains indestructible till end of turn, 2 damage to a tapped creature. Great. That's the First Strike sword. This is a little modular friend, kinda. Throw one of those in. Starfighter Pilot becomes Tap Surveil 2. That's playable. Exosuit Savior I quite like. When it enters, bounce one of your own things. The Starcage. Rayblade Trooper. Starcage. All artifacts and creatures mana value 2 or less. Can't actually tell if that's going to be good here. All Fate Stalker is very good. It's like a Fiend Hunter with Warp. Rayblade Trooper. When this enters, put a +1/+1 counter on a creature you control. Whenever a non-token creature you control with a counter on it dies, make a 1/1. Sure. It's a Trumpet Blasty effect. Radiant Strike. Destroy an artifact or tap creature, you gain 3 life. That seems really good. Dawn Strike Vanguard. 4/5 lifelink for 6. At the beginning of your end step, if you control 2 or more tapped creatures, put a counter on each creature you control other than this one. Yeah, alright. Is it other creatures? Control 2 or more tapped creatures. Okay, so it can be tapped. Weft Blade Enhancer. When it enters, put a +1/+1 counter on each of up to 2 target creatures. Could also be good. That's interesting. A lot of blue, actually. I'm going to have to look at the blue. A lot of black, red, green. Ooh, Servondum. I think we want to be white-black. Not a lot of green. What's in red? We've got Nebula Dragon. Very, very cool looking dragon. Team leader 4 ore plate pangolin. Damn. Zookeeper Mechan, melted moxite. Some good stuff here. But black we have Umbral Collar Zealot. It's just at base it's a 3/2 for 2. 2 Grav Pack Monoist, Archenemy's Charm, Comet Crawler, a Dubious Delicacy. This stupid thing. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card from it. That player discards that card. Well, with the Battle Cruiser, maybe I run one of these. Swarm Color. It's the Lightless Evangel. Whenever you sacrifice another creature or artifact, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. And this is a sack outlet. All right. Draw 2 cards and lose 2 life. But if void, then you draw 2 cards and the opponent loses 2 life. I love that for us. Sure. Both of those. This thing. Oh, what's Pedigree Beckoner? When it enters, until end of turn, another creature gains +2/+0, and when it dies, bring it back. And it has warp. That's cool. I should read what all this does. Choose one. Exile a creature, Planeswalker. Love it. Return 1 or 2 creatures and or Planeswalker cards from your graveyard to your hand. Nice. Put 2 counters on a creature you control against lifelink until end of turn. Also cool, but probably mostly that first one. Get in. You get in. One of you. You probably also. I mean, that's 40 cards. Perigree? Pardon me. Perigree Beckoner. My bad. We should look at the blue real quick. Because we got Uthros, but that's 12 to station it. I would run it if I was in blue, but I'm not going to go out of my way because of that. Microsizer we've seen. 2 of these Gale Blades. This, frankly, very interesting lab ship because it means that I could attack with the Microsizer or the Cryogen Relic, turn it into a 2/2 flyer. Counterspell. Counter unless they pay 2. If they do, you make a lander. Okay, so you can, at worst, you can tax their mana and get a lander out of it. Second spell, get big. Defender, but artifact fall and it can attack. It's Lost in Space, Scour for Scrap. The Uthros Scan Ship. When it enters, draw 2, discard 1. Nice. The blue looks very cool, but let's be quick. And by which I mean, let's just play this deck because it's here. Not as much removal as I might like compared to our last deck, but it's still pretty okay. Is this good? It's possible this is bad. I think this might actually just be not actually great. Unless we're up against a very, it can exile tokens, but then I don't get robots for it later. But that would only be on 8 mana. I'm more interested in the first part of that. Yeah, I'm gonna cut it. There's 40. Let's go. Trial by Calm Bat. Trial by Calm, C-A-L-M, Bat. We have this Calm Bat. Here you go. A brand new sub. Welcome to the channel. Thank you. Oh, God, that was 8 minutes ago. I apologize. Thank you, Trial by Calm Bat. What a great username. I love Microsoft Teams so much. This is what it does when I click on a notification. It tries desperately to switch between 2 different team accounts and just does this until I quit it and reopen the app. All my homies hate Teams. We do not use Teams at Loading Ready Run, by the way. That's for outside stuff. I only use it because I'm obliged to because of working with other places when they're like, oh, okay, yeah, join up on our teams. Hate it. Uh-huh. It's pretty good opening turns there from our opponent. Turn 1 Curiosity, turn 2 Melded Moxite. We have a good curve here, 2, 3, 4. Turn up to one other target permanent you control to its owner's hand. I don't want to do that, actually. What does this do again? 8 mana. Destroy a non-creature permanent. And then it deals... then it wraths, basically. That's very cool and 40k. The Extinguisher Battleship. That's some Exterminatus nonsense. When it enters, put a plus counter to 2 target creatures. Alright, we're just going to play this. And we're going to play this and not bounce anything and go on with our lives. Speaking of cool things, I think your Weft guy has some neat flavor text. These people watched the Eldrazi rise and the Fomori fall. Never will they watch again. Ooh. Learning more about the Fomori, slowly but surely. Yes. Fine. But just this once. At least the dragon's happy. Sure. Chad, I haven't read the story yet, but still want to. How many factions are we dealing with here in EOE? Like, factions? There's like 2. They're both mostly human factions under the supposed command of a different other group. But then there's also various peoples. I would say there is a lot going on. Yeah, right? It's not like it's impossible to keep track of. Yeah, there are 2 adversaries and other groups exist. There's this one. This is both of them actually. I think. So the white and gold suits, they are the... God, we did a whole podcast about this, and it's the Summists. That's a Summist. Nova Hellkite. 5 mana, 4/5, flying haste. When it enters, it deals 1 damage to target creature and opponent controls. Oh, I hate that. Yeah. Yeah, I guess I'm taking 7. That Hellkite's going to live through my Extinguisher Battleship, and all my stuff will die. Wait, this is bad. Yeah, the Monoists are essentially nihilists. And the Summists are sort of anti-nihilists, and they both kind of suck. Exile this at the beginning of the next end step. You may cast it from exile on a later turn. Oh, they warped it. Oh, okay. Right, but it has haste. Warp does not inherently give haste, but that one has haste. Cool. Well, nothing else to do, so I guess we'll just enhance. I guess our flyers? Yeah. I could sacrifice it there. But all that happens there is I get to surveil. That dragon sucks. It's a problem. Does it also have fire breathing? No. Okay. Huh. All right. Hydration. Broodguard Elite. This enters with X counters. When this leaves the battlefield, put its counters on a creature you control. And it's got warp. Oh, it's being warped. That's gross. That's horrendous. Which is gross and horrendous. I just made that up. Thanks, everybody, for listening. Hmm. Sure. I mean, doing that doesn't do anything, but yeah. And now I assume those counters are going on the Wormwall Sweeper. Yep. Okay. Boy. All right. Just gotta hold on. The battleship isn't even going to kill all their stuff now. The Sweeper survives. The Dragon survives. Presumably when they recast that other horrible thing, the Broodguard Elite, that's going to survive. This is not good. Studies actuarial tables. I think I'm just dead here. Exactly, Grumpington. Well. Yep. Who you gonna ping? Oh, I could have put a counter on itself. Maybe I should have. Because one of these flyers is going to die. What's their last card, do we think? I'm double blocking that Sweeper, because they only get to kill one of my creatures. Try that again. There we go. Let's find out. It's a pangolin. I'll take it. All right. Something I can cast. Target artifact or creature gains indestructible another turn. 2 damage to tapped creature. Okay. Well, we get to give something first. Like this, I think this will work. I think we'll be okay this turn, actually. This turn. This turn. I assume they either attack with a Hellkite or a swing with everything. Uh-huh. Great. I'm gonna put it on the Exosuit Savior, and it's gonna get first strike. Ha ha! It worked! Okay, now... Ah, right, not that one. I was like, now this wraths everything, but not that. Hmm. So I could sacrifice this sword to surveil, and then decode transmissions doesn't lose me any life. I no longer can just straight up trade for this thing, but maybe that's good? I can still double block it and give one of them indestructible. I think this is what I gotta do. If you had the mana, what are you talking about? Alright. Yeah, that's a fine thing to draw. Do that. Okay. And then... Monoist. Okay. Graham, crucial question. Does the set have any bird warlocks? Not that I am aware of. Also, why? It does? Oh, it has a good pangolin. Yes, the set does have a very good pangolin. One of the 6 pangolins in Magic, if you count the unset one. What's happening here? Why are you killing that? But why? Sure. Whatever. I don't know. I think I'm being baited, but... Haha, now what? See, annoyingly, if I'd drawn off that thing last turn, if I'd drawn lands, I could have played a land, and then if I drew another land, then I could reroute and Extinguisher Battleship, and that would have been cool. What's happening here? Oh, now we're fighting. Okay. Yep. Yeah, I can't do anything about that. Creature fights up to one target creature an opponent controls. And also, it can't be blocked by more than one creature. Well, that sucks. I guess I just sacrifice this in response because it's going to die anyway. Wait, no, hold up. It's a fight, yeah? Yeah, no, that I'm fine with that damage being marked on that. Now they don't have a good attack. I mean, they can attack with that and put all their counters somewhere else, but yeah, okay. Neat. Destroy target artifact or tapped creature. Okay. This is when it dies, when it leaves the battlefield. Ugh. Take 2. Ha ha. Oh no. All right. It's not going great. I don't think we're going to get another game in. We're going to play this battleship and wipe the board, except for opponent's one giant creature, and then we're just going to die. Yeah. Pass. Block. Oh, actually, one of our creatures will live. Because I get to put his counters over there. I mean, I guess we'll keep it because it looks really cool. Eight? Okay. But I gotta cast this now because I can't do both next turn. Yeah. Well. So it is. So it goes. Yep. Put those counters somewhere else. Bop, 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 bop. Yeah. But this is a 3/10, and I can station it. I have to tap all of my creatures to do it. Right? Yes. All of them. 3, 7, yeah. Well, let's go. Risky business. It is. But it's got death touch. I'm not dead on board for the other ones. I go to 2. I'm not sure that card is good here. Well, we're learning together. All right. And they lose their card? No, this can't attack. It's got summoning sickness. I need opponent to not have anything. What are we doing? We're returning the Melt Strider's Resolve to the bottom of your library? Sure. And then we're shuffling with the lander. Yeah. Melt Strider's Resolve also does not kill the battle cruiser because it is a fight. And the Resolve pumps toughness, not power. Okay, that's a great start. Whenever it attacks, each opponent discards a card. Each opponent that can't loses 3 life. I don't think I can attack with it, even if I get to untap with all my other creatures. But if I do get to untap with all my other creatures, and draw a land. Oh. Okay. We go to 1. Let's go. Yeah, okay. So it's going to destroy a non-creature permanent. So I guess I'll target that lander. And then it deals 4 damage to each creature. So all their stuff dies. I lose my Zealot and my Monoist. I don't want to sack the Monoist ahead of time because it will... I still get value for it dying. Yeah. Then they can fizzle the ability? I don't think that matters. Target a land? Okay, sure. I'm now going to attack first. They discard a land. They lose 3 life. Yeah, it shouldn't fizzle because it's a separate sentence, but... And the second part doesn't target. It shouldn't fizzle if I target their lander, but I will just hit a land anyway. And now... This has been a wild game. 90s MTG, welcome Raiders. Thanks everybody. We're just wrapping up. This will be our last game, and it's close to the end one way or another. This was this game with the Hellkite, right? Yeah, it was. Dang. 1 fewer forest for you. And then I should be left with my battle cruiser, my Weft Blade Enhancer, and a tapped robot. And they should be left with nothing. Great. Okay. There are things with haste. I'm not gonna bother trying to station this battleship. Oh, holy moly. All right. Good game, they say, and I agree. It is a good game. Wild. Amazing. More Raiders. Holy moly. Welcome. Thanks. Thanks, Adam. Welcome, C-Chats. You have tuned in just at the tail end, I'm afraid, of today's early access stream. Because we didn't know it was happening until Monday. Boy, what a game. What a game. That was great. Hey, this set might be awesome. So I'm going to go offline here in just a moment, but we're immediately coming right back online with Can't Draw Horses Club. Corey and Heather are doing some art. And then later today, it's AFK with... Oh, I forgot to do the proper sign-off. My bad. Later today, it's AFK with some Star Wars Unlimited card game play over in the studio. But for now, that is it for me. And if you want more magic, that's a great point, Sorator. If you want more magic, the VOD of the pre-release just went up on youtube.com/LRRMTG. So you can watch a whole bunch of sealed of this set with our guests, Louis Stardust and Tori of the Vast from the Scry Babies. It was a great time. You definitely want to check that out. But for now, for me, that's it. Goodbye, everybody. See you later.